Hi everybody and welcome back. You know, we got just finished Christmas, about to start New Year's. There's going to be some New Year's parties and get-togethers at the house, and so I'm going to make a cheese ball. And I've made other cheese balls, but this one stood out. It was just so much better than the others that I've tried. So in the bowl, I've got one 8-ounce package and half of another 8-ounce package. So that's 12 ounces of cream cheese. And let me see. I'm going to add, and it has to be softened, and I stirred it around a little bit. Into that, I'm going to add a half a cup of buttermilk. And a half a cup of mayonnaise. Use a good mayonnaise, guys. Don't use something that's not going to taste good. If you don't want it in a sandwich or anything else that you make, don't put it in your cheese ball. All about flavor. Let's see. My dinner behind this, so I'm going to undo this so I can have a better shot. And here's my half a cup of mayonnaise going in. Sorry about that. Now I'm not going to stir that yet because the next thing going in is this Hidden Valley. Well, I'm not putting that one in there. I'm sorry. Hidden Valley salad dressing and seasoning mix. Don't get just the dip because it's too strong. It's too salty. And this is 1 ounce size. They also have 4-ounce sizes, but it's not, unless you're making half this recipe, and it won't even be quite half, because half of 1 ounce would be 5 ounces, and the other ones come as 4-ounce packages. But it would probably be enough if you wanted to have this recipe, because this makes a big cheese ball. Alright. I'm going to add that. I just want to get every morsel of it out. There we go. And they had these on special, 2 for $3. So, I gotta buy. Now, because I've made this before, and I wasn't happy, it had just a, it was tasty, but the flavor was a little flat for me. So, I'm going to add, and I didn't measure before, and I'm so ashamed, because I'll just have to try this and see if this is enough. But I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of, might as well say cayenne pepper. It's just ground red pepper. Not the flakes, just the ground red pepper. And this will not make it hot. This is just a background flavor, not a foreground. Whoa, sorry about that. Let me get this all stirred up here. Make sure it's mixed real well. mixed in, and I tasted it, and I added another 1/4 teaspoon of the cayenne pepper. There just wasn't any background flavor there. So the next things that are going in is sharp cheddar cheese, and you're going to add, this is the small, the finely grated, finely shredded, and I think that would work best in here. So that's what I chose to use, and you're going to use 16 ounces. This is an 8-ounce package, which was, I think, 2 cups. In any case, yeah, it equals 2 cups. 2 of these go in. I mean, this is a cheese ball, right? This does not want to cooperate. There we go. Finally. I let this sit out a while, so it probably got soft. So 2 of these packages of sharp cheddar cheese go in. And we're going to let it mix a while, stir a while. Of course, this one broke off, so I'll have to cut it. And here it goes. And you're going to let this stir up till it combines real well. And while that's stirring, I was going to tell you about this packet. I found this at the grocery, and it's just original ranch, spicy ranch, salad dressing and seasoning mix. And I wondered, you know, if I use this, if I even had to put the cayenne pepper in. And this is the 1-ounce size. And I debated on whether to use it for this time or not, and decided that I would just go ahead with my normal recipe. Maybe next time. The next thing I have to tell you about this dip is that it's, or cheese log, is that it is very loose. And when you pull it out of the mixer, you're going to have to put it on a paper, wax paper, and put it in the freezer for 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Let me turn this up a bit because I think it's mixed. Lift it up here. You would not believe how good this is. This is the best cheese ball I've ever had. Now I'm gonna, after this freezes, I'll bring you back, but I'm gonna roll it because you can't really form it till you freeze it for a bit. You don't want it rock solid now. You just want it to, you know, the cream cheese to begin to solidify again, and so that you can make it in the shape you want. You can either make it in a big cheese ball, make 2 cheese balls out of it. Take one to a party, freeze one. Take one to a friend and keep the other one for yourself. You know, however you choose to do it. All right. Let me get this unplugged. I don't like to. I don't like to do anything with a mixer with it still plugged in. Alright, got that off. I got most of the cheese off of it. Just a little bit. I don't want to waste any. You won't believe how good this is. So anyway, what I ended up with was 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That's what I ended putting in here. And remember, it's not going to make the cheese ball hot. It just puts a little zest into it. Alright. Alright, let me get this off of here. And move this out of the way. And this is our wax paper. Sorry, this is my dinner. Can't see it. Alright, so I've got this big bowl of cheese. Here's my wax paper. And all I'm going to do is get it onto this wax paper and try to get it in a line from the very beginning. You know, in a oblong shape, because I'm making a log. I could make a cheese ball. Just going to make a log, and it's huge. It's a big log. That's why I said make two. Make two out of it. One to freeze. They freeze well. The cream cheese consistency will have a slightly different texture, but not enough to ruin it. So here we go. Alright, I got all that down there. Clean hands, guys. And I'm not even going to try to touch this. It would be useless. This is going to be a great get-together cheese ball. Or cheese log, whatever you choose to do. What I do is I just take the sides like this and pull them up. Take the back and pull it up. Try to get it in some sort of a shape. Alright, and then I'm going to take another sheet of wax paper and I'm going to put it over the top. We'll be back in about 35-40 minutes when this gets a little hard. We're back. This has been in the freezer for about 45 minutes. And it is firm but not frozen. So what I'm going to do right now is cut it in half, because I don't want to use all of it now. I'm going to freeze part of it, and I'm actually going to freeze half of it, hopefully. And I got a gallon Ziploc bag here. I'm going to try my best not to touch it as little as possible. I'm going to slip it in this Ziploc bag, and the next time I need it, it'll be right where I need it to be, ready to take out. So I'm going to fold this over to get most of the air out of it. I'm going to flatten it out a bit because it'll thaw faster that way. And then zip it up and put it back in the freezer. And I'll do that in just a minute. Now we've got this one. Now, I told you I'm going to make a log. And see how easy that is to deal with? It's just so much easier. Just take the two sides of your wax paper or plastic wrap and just form it the way you want it to be. Just your ends and this is all I need. Whoop! I kind of poured that a little bit, didn't I? Anyway, here's my log. I got some pecans here. I'm going to pour them out on my wax paper. I got a few more. These are chopped, the others are just small pieces, but it doesn't matter as long as you, and you don't even have to cover the whole thing. But if you make this recipe exactly like I told you to, using sharp cheddar cheese, the finely shredded, and the right amount of cream cheese and a half a cup of buttermilk and half a cup of mayonnaise and one envelope, one 1 ounce envelope of Hidden Valley dressing. If you want to make just a half of one of these, don't, just half the recipe and use one of the 4 ounce. Excuse me. One of the 4 ounce packages of Hidden Valley. This really and don't forget the cayenne pepper because it needs it. It's just flat. It tastes like ranch dressing with cream cheese in it. And like I told you, it's not going to make it hot. It is just going to give it a little background flavor that's going to be very appealing to your little tongue and mouth. Now that's all I'm putting on there. As soon as I get these incorporated, that is it. That's all I'm doing. Now, you can eat this right away, but if you make it the night before you're going to use it, the flavors really marry, and it's just better. It's not unedible like it is, but it's just better if you make it the night before. Well, there you have it. My little cheese log. Should we try one? I went to Winn-Dixie and they got that gas thing going on. You buy $50 worth of groceries and you get 5 cents off on a gallon of gas. Well, let me tell you right now, you're paying for that gas. I went by, you know how I love those hot and spicy Cheez-Its. $4.19 a box. $4.19. I passed them up. I'll be going to Walmart to get my Cheez-Its. So you're paying for that gas. So anyway, I got their Clear Value brand of snack crackers, and that's what I'm going to use. So here's my first little bite of it. Whoops. Look at that. Messed it up. Here's my first little bite. And a little more of the cheese on there. It's delicious. This is very good. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe. And please subscribe if you haven't. You can keep this in the refrigerator wrapped in plastic wrap or whatever you choose to wrap it in, but it stays good a long time. So this would be great for New Year's or anytime you have a get-together. This is the best cheese log I've ever eaten. So thank you for coming into my kitchen today and spending just a little part of your day with me. And until next time, you take care. Let me zoom in on this little baby for you.